out.
You can't go on like this.
I'm fine.
You're not fine, Frank. Just look at yourself. I don't understand it. Dr. Thompson should have done something by now.
Yeah, well, she ain't. Now, do you mind?
I'll book you another appointment for this morning.
I don't need another appointment. I'm going to be fine.
I'll take you to the surgery myself.
There's no need for that.
I'll just tell work I'm going to be in late.
Joanne!
Once they realise how sick you are...
I don't need you running me to surgery, OK? I'm not a child, Joanne. I don't need to see doctor, and I certainly don't need you telling well I do. Now just leave me alone! I'm sorry.
I'm just worried about you, that's all.
I know. That's why I'm going to surgery. I'm going to get him to check me out.
I'm sure Dr. Thompson will get to the bottom of it.
Make us a cup then.
I spoke to the bank again. They're waiting for the forms.
I'll take care of it.
We need that extension, Frank. If we're going to start a family.
I'll take care of it.
Well, you've been saying that for about a month now.
I said I'll sort it out.
They won't give us that deal forever.
Yeah, I know that.
The sooner we can get it in.
Oh, well, you give it a rest, woman. I've said I'll go to the surgery. I said I'll fill in the form. What more do you want from me?
Hello?
Dr. Robinson, it's D.I. Baxter.
Oh, hi.
Sorry to call you at work.
That's no problem. What can I do for you?
I can't say much at the moment, but I thought you might be interested in taking a look at a crime scene with us.
Have you found the factory?
Stay by the phone. Expect a call.
I will. Thanks. Oh, babe, I don't suppose D.I. Baxter's called yet, has he?
No, not yet.
Right, well, when he does, he's going to want to talk to me urgently.
I know that, Greg. You know how? Because you told me 5 minutes ago.
Well, I just need you to know how important it is.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you'll remind me if I forget. So, you're going to tell me then or what?
Well, I'd love to, but I've been sworn to secrecy.
You've never kept a secret in your life.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Everyone set? Let's go!
We have to get that sand shifted.
Babe, I have to go out. Can you rearrange my appointments?
Well, when are you going to be back?
I really don't know. I'm going to have to let you know.
Well, where are you going?
Excuse me, I need to see Dr. Thompson.
Oh, I'm sorry Dr. Thompson isn't in today. I've got a cancellation with Dr. Woodson, if that's any good.
Yeah, OK.
What's your name, please?
Frank Ryan.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Ryan. We don't seem to have a record for you.
Well, there must be a mistake.
Are you sure you registered with us?
Of course I am.
Okay, look, I'm sorry about this. Not to worry. I'll tell you what, if you just re-register, then I can make you an appointment. If you just fill that in for me.
Well, if my appointment's now, can you fill it in for me and I'll just sign it when I come out?
No, I won't be able to because there's questions about your medical history that only you can answer. But don't worry, you've got plenty of time before you see the doctor.
Even so,
Well, just take your time. How you can help you?
Yes, dear. I wonder if I could see Dr. Clay.
I only want you to help me fill in a form.
All right, no need to raise your voice.
This is a surgery. I thought you were meant to help people.
Yeah, we do, but once you fill in your form...
I don't want to fill in a stupid form. I want to see a doctor.
Is there a problem?
No.
What was all that about?
Don't know.
I can't get that kind of money at such short notice.
Take it or leave it, Doctor.
But
I thought you wanted to be one of my special customers.
I do, but this isn't really the place.
I've got a shipment of the best stuff coming in from Cheadle in 2 days' time. If you want to get a part of that.
Yeah, I do, definitely. Listen, I'll get the money, whatever it takes. I really want a piece of this.
Show me the colour of your money and we'll do the deal.
Excuse me, what exactly is going on here?
Hello, dear. The doctor and me were just chatting. I won't hold him up any longer.
Sorry, Julie, I'll be late for my next patient.
Frank,
Karen?
you better come in. I was wondering if you'd come round.
When you didn't call me back, I didn't have much choice, did I?
Have a seat.
I'm fine.
So, how does Joanne feel about you coming over? I see. Can I get you something to drink?
I need your help, Karen.
When have you not? What is it?
I need to register to see a doctor at surgery.
So? Ask Joanne.
I can't.
You still haven't told her?
I'm a 40-year-old man who can't read all right, Karen. I mean, how do you expect me to bring that up?
You told me.
I was 14-year-old, we were still at school together.
I don't remember you being there much.
Yeah, well, it didn't seem so necessary then, did it?
I'll get my coat.
There's something else.
What?
I need you to help me fill in a loan application. We're trying to build an extension on the house.
And you thought I'd help you?
I couldn't think of anyone else to ask.
I don't believe you.
What do you mean?
I don't see you for 6 months, and then you just show up out the blue and expect me to help you and your new wife get the money together to set up a nice little family nest where you can start planning to have children.
I didn't think there'd be a problem.
Yeah, well, there is a problem, Frank. I was married to you for the best part of 15 years. Now, I might have accepted the fact that you're with someone else, but if you think I'm going to help you two to become some happy, smiley couple, you've got another thing coming.
You don't change, do you?
Yeah, well, I'm not the one who's coming round to see his ex-wife on the quiet, because he hasn't got the nerve to tell his new one he's illiterate.
Well, don't worry. It's not a mistake I'll be making again.
Doc,
Inspector,
glad you could join us.
thanks for calling me out.
Well, you've been involved with the case from the start. I thought you might be interested to see what we found out.
Is it CP5?
We can't be sure until we've had a full forensics report, but I'm pretty certain it was manufactured here.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah. Why don't you take a look around?
Okay.
Frank?
What are you doing home?
Oh, one of your mates on the site called me. They said you were taken sick. Are you all right?
Fine.
So, what did Dr. Thompson say?
Not a lot.
She wasn't much help at all, really.
Well, that doesn't make sense. Whenever I've seen Dr. Thompson, she's always been really good.
Not today.
Well, I don't accept that.
Where you going?
To see Dr. Thompson.
There's really no need.
Look at yourself, Frank. You've been to see her 4 times now, and if anything, you're getting worse.
She's obviously done all she can.
We'll see about that.
Joanne! Joanne!
I want to see Dr. Thompson.
Oh, I'm sorry, she's not in this morning.
What are you talking about? My husband's already been in to see her.
Well, I don't see how he could have, because she's been out on house calls all morning. I can make you an appointment for this afternoon.
Perhaps he saw someone else. If you could just check your list.
Okay, what's the name?
Frank Ryan.
Okay. No, I don't seem to have a record of him.
Oh, I don't understand.
Actually, did you say Frank Ryan?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, he did come in this morning, but he didn't stay.
What do you mean?
Well, we didn't have any record of him, so I asked him to register, but he got really impatient and he walked out.
Why would he have done that?
Well, I really don't know.
I don't understand. He's had 3 previous appointments with Dr. Thompson.
Well, if he's not registered, then I don't see how he could have. Look, I'm sorry. What's your name?
Joanne Ryan.
Okay, Joanne, well, do you want to come and sit down?
Can I help?
No, I'm just going to take Mrs. Ryan to the staff room, if that's okay.
Yeah, okay, I'll cover for you.
Okay, it won't be long.
Hello again.
Hello, dear.
Mrs.
Oh, just call me Vera.
Do you have an appointment?
Not as such, dear. Popped in to see Dr. Clay.
You saw him earlier, didn't you?
And now I need to see him again.
Look, I'm a bit confused, but you don't have an appointment. I overhear you have a strange conversation with him earlier on, and now you're back.
Well, as I understand it, what passes between a doctor and his patient is confidential.
Forgive me, but the conversation that I overheard had nothing to do with medical matters, and it took place in a corridor, not a consulting room.
I really don't see that I have to explain myself to you.
Well, I will be taking this up with Dr. Clay.
Whatever.
I don't know what to say. But Frank's told me he's been here before. He said he'd spoken to Dr. Thompson.
Oh, is there any reason why I might have lied?
I didn't think so. But now... We've been married 6 months. It's been great. The best time of my life. Oh, there are rough edges to Frank, and he certainly did a few things when he was younger that he's not proud of. But he's a good man. He's always looked after me. Lately, he's been different.
Oh, have you tried talking about it?
We just end up arguing. If it was just about the illness, I'd keep nagging him, but...
Do you think it's something else?
He was different even before he got sick. For about a month now, he's just not been the person I married.
Sorry.
He's more secretive than he used to be, that's for sure. A couple of times, I've caught him hanging up the phone when I walk into the room. He says they're wrong numbers. But I did last number redial on his phone, and it was Karen. That's his first wife. I think he's seen her again.
Well, you don't know that, do you?
Why else would he have lied about the appointments?
Oh, only he can tell you that.
I didn't think he'd seen her since the wedding. But what else can I make of this?
You need to talk to him.
I know.
No, Joanne, I mean, you really need to talk to him. You need to tell him how you feel.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks very much. Bye.
Julia, I can explain.
12 inches. That should do it. And that's all for today, Doctor. If you could let me have the money, then I'll be on my way.
Excuse me?
Good day to you.
Not sure you're going to believe this.
Try me.
Well, Vera's one of the best knitwear designers in the country. She retired a couple of years ago, but she's a genius. She gets the best yarn and she still does one-offs.
You're joking, right?
No, I swear. She was a patient, but we got talking, and when I realised she was the Vera Frenelli, I had to have one of her one-offs. I mean, there's a waiting list, but because I helped her out with her arthritis, she's let me jump the queue.
This is like the Twilight Zone. Do you mean all this cloak and dagger stuff is because she's knitting you a sweater?
What, designer jumper? It's a unique piece. It's highly sought after.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, would you like me to have a word with her? Maybe she could do something for you.
Oh, no, thank you. I just couldn't stand the intrigue. And next time, Jimmy, why don't you just go shopping?
Well, that was embarrassing. Not only did you not go to the surgery today, you've never been. You're not even registered with them.
I know.
Why did you lie to me?
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, that's not good enough, Frank. I love you. If there's a problem, we'll deal with it together.
I've got a problem.
If it's the doctors, if you're afraid of them, it's nothing to be ashamed of.
I'm not afraid of doctors.
Then what?
It's nothing. All right? Just mind your own business.
It's Karen, isn't it?
What?
You're seeing her again, aren't you?
I don't have to listen to this.
Is that why you've been lying about the appointments? Because you've been going to see her? I know you've been calling her.
What do you mean?
I did last number redial and it was Karen's number.
You did what?
I'm sorry. I didn't know what else to do.
You had no right.
I know. Frank! Frank!
Penny for them.
I was just thinking about Mrs. Roy and she really wanted her husband to see the doctor.
Well, we can't go looking for patients. If he doesn't want to register with us, there's nothing we can do.
I know, but why doesn't he? I'm going to go for lunch.
Okay.
Hello, Joanne.
What are you doing here?
I thought I should return these to you. Frank left them at my house.
He was with you?
Oh, didn't he tell you? Isn't that just like our Frank, eh? With his little secrets.
What secrets? What are you talking about?
You want to keep an eye on that one.
This is just like you, isn't it? You can't have him, so you try and mess it up for me.
It was Frank who came round to see me this morning.
Yeah?
Take your hands off me.
Until you tell me what's been going on.
Why don't you try asking your husband? Oh, I forgot. You don't always talk to him about everything, do you? That's why he comes round to see me.
What's going on? Karen!
I was just leaving.
You're not going anywhere. Not until someone tells me what's been going on.
You better come inside.
Are you sure you want to do this, Frank?
Well,
It's not what you think.
you were at her house, Frank. You said you were going to the surgery, but you went there instead.
Not for the reasons you're thinking.
There are things you learn when you've been married for 15 years that you just can't know after 6 months.
Be quiet, Karen.
I'm just pointing out that you two don't know each other half as well as you think you do.
You don't know nothing about our relationship. I don't know what secrets you two have.
We're not keeping any secrets.
Oh, is that right?
Just tell me, Frank. I know you've been calling each other. I know you've been lying about going to those appointments. And now I know you've been going to see her.
I haven't been round to see it. Not until this morning, anyway.
So what's so important about today? What you're not telling me? You always seemed so reliant on her.
Don't, Joanne.
Right up to the wedding, I always thought there was something between you and her. That maybe somehow you just thought I wasn't good enough for you.
That's not true.
Some people just have their secrets, don't they, Frank?
Keep out of this!
I'm not just going to stand there and let you just talk about them. Why not? It's time you heard some whole truth.
Hello.
Hiya, Joanne. I was just driving by, so I thought I'd drop these off for you.
All right. Thank you.
Everything all right?
Everything's fine.
Doesn't sound like Frank's any better. Look, why don't you fill the forms in now, and I'll take it back to the surgery and I'll make an appointment for you.
This really isn't a good time.
Look, Frank's sick, Joanne. Whatever's going on, he needs to be treated.
He's been like this for weeks.
Is he taking anything?
Just antacid.
I'm fine.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like it's working. You feel a bit odd to me.
I'm all right.
Look, I'm not a doctor or anything, but I really think you should see someone. Why don't you just fill in this form?
I can't.
Why not?
Does it matter? I'll do it for him.
If he's too ill to do it, I will. I am his wife, after all.
Only just.
Do you want to stop it?
We've got a tighter bond than you two ever had.
Then why do I know so many things about him that you don't?
You always have to stir things up between us.
You don't need any help from me.
We were fine until you came back on the scene.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
You've had your time with him. Why don't you just leave us alone?
Because he obviously still needs me in his life.
He just wants the stability that you...
Stopped being able to give him years ago.
You can't fill in the forms, can you?
Can't read all right. Shocking, innit? 40-year-old man who can't even write his own name.
It's really not that uncommon.
But you say that to all your illiterate patients.
No, I'm serious. It's far more widespread than you might think.
No one knew except me mum or Karen. Joanne hadn't got any idea. I didn't know how to tell her, so I just didn't. Since my mum died, the only person I've been able to talk about it to is Karen. That's why I went round to see her.
And Joanne never worked it out.
And before the wedding, I was still in contact with Karen. If I needed help, I just asked her. When I moved into Joanne's house, I never had to sign for anything. And if I did, nobody questions whatever I scribbled on a piece of paper. I mean, how many people can actually read a signature anyway?
So why now?
We needed a loan from bank. I couldn't fill form in.
So that's why you've been so on edge.
It's not something I'm proud of.
Look, you can't think that way. It's never too late to learn. There's so many people in your position, but some real alternatives, and to just live with it. There's adult literacy classes all over Leatherbridge. In fact, I've got some information at the surgery. All you have to do is call them up. But whatever you decide, Frank, can't let it affect your health, can you?
If I can get registration form back from them, will you fill it in for me?
I think you ought to speak to Joanne about it, don't you?
You just stay away from him. Do you hear me?
It's not me you need to be talking to.
That's enough, both of you. Joanne.
You don't need to do this, Frank. I've always kept your secret. I've always been there for you.
I can't read all right. That's why I couldn't fill in forms at surgery. What loan forms front bank. That's why I went round to see Karen.
Why didn't you say something?
I was ashamed.
I love you, Frank. I'm your wife. If something concerns you, it concerns me. If there's a problem, all you have to do is tell me and I'll be there for you. If we stick together, there's nothing we can't deal with.
And what about me, Frank? What about all the times I've had to bail you out?
Well, that's the difference, Karen. Joanne wants to do it. You just want something over me.
You need me.
No, I don't. Everything I need's right here.
I'm sure we can fit you in as an emergency patient.
Thank you.
Did you get anything?
Well, yeah, they found a number of chemicals, including costacine and pentamol. But it's not CP5. Sadly looks like it could have been manufactured here, though. Oh, and the fingerprints they found exactly match the others, but we still don't know who they belong to.
Just as I thought.
What did you get?
I spoke with the owner of the building. As far as he's concerned, the building's empty and has been for several months. He's got no knowledge of anyone else using it.
Do you believe him?
There's no reason not to. This is one smart lady we're looking for.
You sound like you actually admire her.
In a way, I do. She tricks her way into all these homes, steals all those valuables from men vain and stupid enough to let her in, and she doesn't harm any of them. Not one. And all the time, she leaves no trace of ever having been with them. That takes some nerve.
So where does it leave us?
It was one of the UK's most popular programmes and a hit all around the world, but it nearly didn't make it past its first series. Drama Connections follows Arthur Daly and Minder tonight at 10:35 here on BBC One.
If you'd like to try new, entertaining ways to improve your reading and writing, call 08000 150 950 or go online at bbc.co.uk/raw. Calls are free and lines are open between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m.